Today we are going to learn how to cut this latest and simple kaftan top. What we are going to need for this work is our piece of fabric. The fabric that I'll be using is white and it's a royal label type of material. Our bias, that is the blue, black and the red color. Our hemming stiff, then our measurement. So let's get into the video. The measurement that we'll be using for our top is the chest measurement, which is 40 inches, the back, which is 17, the top length, which is 34, and the sleeves length, which is 24. So now let's get into the video. We are going to fold our fabric, and we already have a video. We already have a video on how to fold and cut a simple kaftan top. So if you have not watched that video yet, the link to that video is being pasted at the description of this video. Just click on it and learn how to cut a simple kaftan top. So now this is how we're going about. Determine how your fabric is being folded. You are going to divide the chest measurement by 4. Then you add 2 inches seam allowance to it. So in this case, our chest measurement is 40. So 40 divided by 4 is going to give us 10. Plus our seam allowance of 2 inches, which is going to give us 12. So it means we are going to fold our fabric to get 12 inches. We want 12 inches. And with the star that we are working with, you can see that there is a band at the bottom of the top. So you are going to subtract that band 3 inches from the actual top measurements. And the top length is 34. So you are going to subtract 3, the band is going to be 3 inches. So you are going to subtract 3 inches from the 34, which is going to give us 31. Then you add half an inch seam allowance to it. So we're going to get 31 and half inches. So we're going to get 31 and half inches. So now let's move on to the marking of our neck on fabric. We are going to mark here 3.25, and then here 2.25. So now we are done with our chest. The marking of our neck. Now we move on to the back. The back measurement is 17. So 17, we are going to divide it by 2, which is going to give us 8.5 inches. Then we add our seam allowance to it. So it's going to give us 9. So at where our back measurement ends, we are going to measure 2.5 inches downwards. That is going to be for our slant. So 2.5 inches downward. That's going to be for our slant. So we are going to join this part to that. Now let's move on to our armhole measurement. The simple way or the simple method to get your armhole measurement is to divide the chest measurement by 5 and add 1 inch to it. So it's going to be 40 divided by 5, which is going to give us 8. Then we add 1 inch to it, it's going to give us 9. So where the armhole measurement will end is going to be your chest line. So this is the line. On this line that we are going to measure your chest measurement, which is 40 divided by 4, which is going to give us 10. So we're going to measure our chest measurement on this line. If you are having this, you can use it for the armhole to draft your armhole. Good. So now we are done with the front part of our kaftan. So now let's move on and cut our markings out. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now we are going to use the front part to cut the back. So we're going to fold it again. I'm going to fold it again. After folding, you place the already cut out front part on it. So after placing it, I'm going to mark an extension of 4 inches up here. At where we had our slines for the shoulder, 4 inches up here. We're going to measure our back measurements, which is 9 inches here. After cutting now, we are going to fold it to touch the edge of the sline for the front part. So we're going to cut this portion that we trim this part to get at least 1/3 of the measurement to the coat. So this is how it's going to be. So now we are done with the back. We are going to cut the yoke or the back facing. Fold it that way. So now we are done with the yoke. We have it here. So now let's move on with the front design. It is having two strips colors on it. That is red and blue black. And we are going to use our bias for that design. Cut it. Then we place the red on it and do same to it also. So this is how it's going to be. Now let's move on to our sleeves. The sleeves is going to be a cuff length sleeves. So this is how we are going to cut our sleeves. We fold it and we fold it again. We already have a video to this effect on how to cut and sew a cap sleeves for your shirt. The link to that video too is being posted on under this video. Just click on it and learn how to cut the simple. So we are going to measure here 5 inches and 3.5. Our sleeves length is 24. So it's going to be 24 minus 2, which is 22. At the end of the day, our calf will be joined to it to get the actual measurement that we are looking for. So this is how we are going to cut our sleeves. Yeah, good. For the back, also the back. As I said, we have a video on how to cut and sew the calf for a shirt. So you can click on the link. The link will direct you to the video. Then you learn. It is a detailed video, step by step, which is going to help you a lot. So I'm going to measure here 3.5 inches. Done 3.5 inches upwards. So we are done with the sleeves. Now let's move on to the cutting of the band. Don't forget I said the band is going to be 3 inches. So 3 inches, then we add a seam allowance of 2 inches to it, which is going to give us 5. So at the end of the day, we are going to fold it to get 5 inches. We are going to cut it to get 5 inches. This is how we are going to fold it. You are supposed to get the length of it is supposed to be the same as this, because at the end of the day we are going to join it to this. Good. I said it's going to be 3 inches, then we add 2 inches to it. That is for the folding of the hem. It's going to be 2 inches, and the 3 inches, now 3 inches will be for the joining of the band to the top. Divide it into 2, because we're going to attach it separately. So at the end of the day, this is how it's going to be. After joining the band, this is how it's supposed to look like. So we are done with the sleeves, the front and the back. Now let's fold the placket for the sleeves. I'm going to move a little bit faster because we already have that video up there. The link to that video at the description button, so I'm going to move a little bit faster. So we are done with our plackets. So now let's move on with the cutting of our calf. And because it's a calf length, we are going to fold it to 2. So instead of the 3 inches, we are going to measure 6 inches for the calf. But with the 6 inches, we are going to fold it into 2. So we are going to get 3 inches. And the measurement for the calf is 10 inches. So we are done with the cutting of the calf. So now let's move on to the cutting of. We are going to pipe or tape our neck. So this is how we are going to fold it. The piping of the neck, you need to get the part of the material that stretches. That is where we use to pipe the neck. We have a video description on this. The link to is being posted up under this video. Just click on the link. It will direct you to the videos that you watch on how to pipe the top. So this is how it is being folded. There you can see that we are having a part that stretches. We put your hand stiff in between. This is how it is being done. So after that, we fold it into 2. So this is what we'll be using for the piping or for the taping. Now we are going to stiff our calf. This is how it is being done. Make sure you leave a seam allowance around it. It's okay. That with iron, we fold. We remove with another material and the eggs. Make sure you have your seam allowance to that effect. So now we are done with the cuttings. That is the back, the front, the sleeves, and the cap. So now let's move on to how to join these parts. We are going to start with sewing with the bias on the fabric. You want to make sure that there is no spacing between the two wires. Now you are now ready. Let's move on to the blue black. So this is how it's going to look like. So now we are going to join the back and the front. Because we'll be piping the neck, we have to join it before. Because we are going to pipe, we are going to tape the neck, we have to join it first before we do that. So this is how we're going to do it. We place the front on the back. This is the back of the material, this is the back of the material. So we place it on it, just like this. They are going to see the stars. Open it. You see the stars. Move on to I will see this part too. So after we're done with this, we are now going to tape the neck around. This is our final look like. We're going to start from this end. Make sure you place it in between. This is how we are taping it. Now that this is how it's going to look like. want to see our zipper at the shoulder. This is the zipper. We open it up. Then we're going to just turn it that way. Just help me order not to turn the zipper. So after you finish sewing this part, you close it. Then you take the other part, you put it on it, you open it, and put the other part. The reason why I'm doing this first is it's going to guard me after I change the foots. I'm going to put the camera a little bit up so you can see it well. Having was the perfect here. It's so nice. It makes it so beautiful. Let's move on to the calf. Let's move on. See this place. It's the same for the other one. I would have been 10 minutes. We do the same for the other side. Now, let's move on to the brackets. The smaller part will be here. Let's start with that. This part is going to be here. We have a video on how to do it. The description is under this video. Click on the link and it's going to direct you to that video so that you can also learn how to do it. So I'm going to move a little bit faster. So this is how it's going to be. So now we are going to attach the sleeves to it. So what we are going to do is we're going to make sure we do is this way to make sure it touches. So my camera was giving me a little problem. I thought it was recording, but not knowing it stopped. So how I did this part, you open up your sleeves just like this, and then you put the other one on it just like this. So you start to trim it, not right from here, but you come up a little bit, then you trim it to touch this part. So at the end of the day, it's supposed to look like this. Supposed to look like this. The reason being is that you can see that when you take the main body of the shirt, this part is shorter than this. So it means the longer part of the sleeves will fall on the shorter part, and the shorter part will be here on the shorter part, and the longer part will go at the back. So now let's move on to the stitching of our top. Move on. The stitching. Open up the back. This way. Always, this portion is going to be at the back here. you start from here. Going to look like we do to save it to the other side. Now we are done with the attaching of the sleeves. We are done with the attaching of the sleeves. So you are going to take, you are going to measure the chest circumference and the joints. So you find the model of the chest. The chest circumference is 40. So you're going to measure 40. We are only measuring this part is 1/4 of the chest. So you measure 10. Which is 40 divided by 4. We'll give us 10. So this is where this part will be. We'll do the same thing here. Now we are moving on to the sleeves with the calf. We are going to measure the actual measurement for. We are going to measure 9 inches here, which is 4.5. You pin it. You will take your sleeves. To see if you can. When you are heading toward the bottom, open it a little bit. And you will finish done before you attach the back to it. You cut your trimmings a little bit. We're going to do the same thing for the other sleeves. I'm going to measure 9.5 here. Now we are going to attach our calf to it. And this is how we're going to do it. You turn your kaftan. We're going to start from here. After that, return it, save this place. Everything you divide it into two. So this is how it's going to look like at the end of the day. We do same for the other side, for the other sleeve. now we are done with the cufflinks. So now we are going to attach the band at the bottom of. So this is how our top and the sleeves is going to look like. So now we are going to attach the band to it. But what we are going to do is that we are going to, some of the strips at the edge of this place. So we are going to take the actual measurement for the bottom of the shoe, which is 43. So we are going to fold the band to get 43 inches. We are going to fold it's just like this. So after folding it, let's finish with the folding. Look, so we are done with the folding. Let's see if we had the measurement that we want. So this is how it's going to be. I'm going to do this. After folding it, we are going to seal some of the strips at the edge here. So you measure the length of it. So it's going to be here. You do the same thing for the red. I'm going to get here. Do the same thing for the red. So one will be at the front and the other one too will be at this portion. So now let's go and attach it. So this is how it's going to look. After everything, we are going to place this on it and tack here. Then we do so for the other part too. Tack it. So we're going to do something like this. It should be on each other. At the tip. I'm going to do like this before we attach it. So we are going to place we're going to do like this. See the speed. We do so for the other part. So now we are going to attach it. The sleeves to the top. We're going to start from the middle here. We're going to start from there. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is how it is going to look like. So, this is how it's going to look like at the end of it. So let's go and have a look at our final work, how our final work is going to look like. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not done that yet. Somerset Clothing. God bless you for staying with us. Bye bye.